这个美女啊，咱饭也吃完了，你觉得怎么样？
不喜欢你，我觉得我们俩不合适。
不合适。
是呀，我看不上你。
既然不合适，那不好意思，这桌菜啊，你们买一下单，啊。
真是好笑，你请我们吃饭，让我们买单，从哪儿来的说法呀？
谁说我请你们吃饭？谁说的？
你自己说的呀。
对呀，
你自己说今天相亲，然
我说
后请我们吃个饭。
今天相亲，我带你们去吃个饭吧。
对呀。
我说带也没说请。
你真是会挑字眼。
你自己都现在还在吃东西。
你真是会抠字眼儿。
你搞清楚啊，你们没看上我，对吧？那肯定是你们买单。如果你们看上我了，
你不想想自己的原因啊？
什么原因？
你看你自己，活得像个什么一样，又矮又丑又黑的，除了别人一个。
我陪我闺蜜出来相亲，从来
真的，我和你相亲是你这辈子的荣幸了。说实话。
那你既然知道我丑又矮又矬，那你一开始就不要进来和我吃饭。
我想着看看你人品啊，看看你的为人处事。
我跟你讲，在你们眼里，
知道你是这种人呢？
不在你们的眼里，人品再好，只要长得丑、矬、丑，那都没用。
你不要以我的口吻来说话，你永远不可能代表我这个人啊！
对呀，
你自个儿怎么想的，你自个儿自己知道。
你看
多少岁数了，我多少？
你看你们两个人啊，进来一顿瞎点，都是你们点的，点这么多菜，点完了以后又不吃完，这不是浪费吗？又浪费，你这叫浪费可耻！你们两个人。
你觉得浪费可耻？那你把它全部吃完了呀？
那是你们点的呀。
吃不完呀。
我一个菜没点，全是你们点的。
那你吃了吗？
又是凤爪，又是鱼。又是小肉什么牛肉的，你看这全是你们吃的，你们盘子是满的。你看，
属于是消费降级了。和你吃这顿话，我们自个儿出去都是吃法餐西餐。
啥意思啊？
好吗？
和我吃饭是降级，就是说档次不够呗。
何止档次不够，直接没有够到这个档次，
根本就不是一个世界的人。
不是你们两个平时都吃什么东西？我想知道。
吃法餐、西餐、日料呀，韩餐啊。
哦，那个我搞不懂。
你搞不懂那就对了，那你就配不上我呀。
哦。
我都说了你是土老边嘛。我也不想和你扯了，你赶快把账结了，我们走人就对了。
要不这样吧，反正我也没吃啥，我就吃了一点包菜呀啥的，对吧？要不你们？
我们也没吃啥呀。
对呀，
我们也没吃啥呀。
问题是，
这不是还剩这么多菜呢吗？
你看这个鱼都没动过，满的，这就是纯属浪费。
纯属浪费，你打包回去就不浪费了。你打包回去吧，给你那些姊姊妹妹吃。
哎，这咋整？亏大了。
亏大了！你和女孩出来相亲，本来就是需要一个付出的，好吧？
这么豪华的店，你说来，老板来给我打个包，你这走的时候多对吧？人家干什么呢？人家说你。
你看你一边又在这儿觉得浪费，一边又不好意思，又拉不下面子。你是当一套做一套啊！你真的是。
对啊，你在这要什么面子呀？你自己觉得浪费你就打包回去啊。整那么虚的干啥？
不是，老板，人家那么多人看着你打包不像话，这么大的餐厅是吧？你不就是不是？
你这个人也太要面子。
那你就不要觉得他浪费或者什么了。
那咱们协商一下吧，这样吧，这个菜挺多的，我也不说别的了啊，咱们 AA 制一下吧，这样的话就公平了嘛。你们没看上我，如果是我没看上你们的话，我肯定会直接主动买单的。我觉得你们还不错，主要是。
不知道你这是画什么逻辑？什么叫我们没看上你就要 AA 制？
就是现在 AA 制也不行是吧？
哪来的规则呀？
对呀。
那我请问哪来的规则非得要男的买单，谁乱女的？
你带我们来吃饭不是你买单吗？
那我只是礼貌性的客气一下，你们要是没看上我，你说不好意思啊，这个我今天就随便外面喝奶茶就行了，随便然后就回去了。你这非要来点这么多菜，你看。
我们最开始是想和你了解的呀。是想觉得知道你人品。
那你又说我又矮又丑又矬，那这什么意思吗？
那是第一印象呀。那我想着你内在肯定好吧？哪知道你内在也是这么黑的。
那不是我的话，就是别人印象对我印象不好，别人那个女孩长得丑，我就不会跟她来吃饭。
首先我们不第一眼拒绝你是出于礼貌。第二，其次，我们是想多了解一下，是不是你这个人内在还是不错的，不是外表这样子让人看不过去。哪知道你内在也是这么让人看不过去啊！真的是今天真的是倒了大霉了，和你相知自亲，还把我闺蜜请来，人家还工作着呢，说给我把关，没想到人家吃也没吃高兴，还陪我在这儿耗着和你。真的，我不想和你耗着，你直接把账结了，我们走人得了。我也不想和你在这争吵。
我把账结了，你没开玩笑吗？啊？
就是一直这样。
我告诉你， 今天这个账我结不了。你们人
结不了，我们也不可能结的。你自个儿看着办吧，你带我们来的。
你不结是吧？你愿意出多少钱？你说说。
我1分钱不会出的。
就是你带着闺蜜来蹭饭，1分钱不出。
什么叫蹭饭
呀？
你自己没吃吗？
你吃的比我俩多吧？
人看着小小的吃，饭量还挺大的，我看着。
真的是，
这一半都是你吃的吧？
而且你不是说你平时吃不到这些吗？你是不是就是专门来相亲蹭饭的？
你觉得浪费，你打包带着走，我们结账，你们结账完事儿了就走人了，不要在这儿耗着了。我们的时间也是金钱。
你们的时间不管你们金不金钱了，反正我先溜一步了啊，不管你们了，反正我先走了啊。
什么人呢？
自己买吧。
真的是服了，这种男。
关于这个该不该给女人花钱的问题啊
About this question of whether a man should spend money on a woman, I think it is fine to spend a little money. A simple meal is fine. But if she keeps spending your money like crazy, every time you go out to eat, she makes you pay, every time you go on a date, she makes you pick up the bill, then such a woman you should stay away from immediately. Don't even talk about blind dates, your relationship hasn't even been confirmed yet. Even with friends, if an old friend or classmate you haven't seen for years comes, they will also say, don't order too many dishes. Making money is not easy these days. Save a little. Don't waste too much. Order only as much as you can eat. And they will even fight to pay the bill. In blind dates, many gold-digging women always like to PUA you. They say you are stingy. They say a man should not be too stingy. They say only a man who is willing to spend money truly loves you. I just want to ask, are you married? Have you confirmed a relationship? Have you gotten engaged? Why should I spend money on you? Don't say I'm stingy. You treat this meal first. You spend 700 or 800 yuan, right? Order a few dishes and get a bottle of Wuliangye. You spend 1 or 2,000 yuan. Next meal I'll treat. As long as you treat first, however much you spend, I'll spend the same in return. But if you never treat me to even one meal, and still say I'm stingy, then who is really stingy? So men must be a bit smarter. To know who really likes you, who really appreciates you, who really wants to be with you, who is really spending your money, and who is just taking advantage of you, you must have the ability to tell the difference. So you must raise your awareness, and after you improve your ability to distinguish, once you see the signs of a gold-digging woman, just turn around and leave. That is the real smart move. Don't waste even 1 penny on them, and don't waste even 1 minute on them.
Nowadays, more and more girls like to go online and openly complain about men they meet on blind dates. One girl said that just in the past few months, she has gone on blind dates with more than a dozen men, but she found that today's men are all stingy, without any so-called vision. She complained that among all of them, only one man seriously invited her to have a proper meal, while the others either just asked her to have milk tea, coffee, or simply took her for a walk in the park. What made her even more dissatisfied was that, after the blind dates ended, not a single man took the initiative to send her home. She sighed, saying that men nowadays are far worse than those in the past. In the past, men would not only take her to fancy dinners, but also bring small gifts and finally send her home safely. Her best friend, born in 1988, also agreed and said, if a man only invited her for milk tea or a walk in the park on a blind date, she would directly refuse. She felt that such a man had too small a vision. She would rather be single for the rest of her life than settle for that. But what I want to say is, you really have been spoiled by men. Think back to when you were in your 20s. Men gave you gifts, treated you to big dinners, and sent you home. But didn't you also reject them with just one sentence, saying not suitable? All those expenses were paid by men, and you never spent a single yuan yourself. Do you think that is fair to men? Besides, back then, those so-called men with vision spent so much money on you. But in the end, didn't you also refuse them? Now you criticize others for being stingy, saying that this is the reason why they are still single. But when you faced those men with big vision in the past, didn't you also reject them? You keep saying that men being stingy is the reason they are single, but aren't you also single? Then why is it that you can't find a partner? If you really had such a big vision, then why don't you treat a man to a meal yourself? Who do you think should pay on a blind date? Feel free to leave your opinion in the comments. I'm really looking forward to hearing your voice. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. and we'll see you in the next one.